Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday and you know what that means. It is time for weigh-in. So yesterday I jumped on the scale because I got mixed up on what day it was and I was down 0.2. Today's the official day, so I jumped on the scale again and I was exactly the same. So the 0.2 that I lost yesterday was back on today. 0.2 is nothing, my friends. It is the difference between something you ate, going to the bathroom, not getting enough sleep, whatever. So I'm not concerned about that. So exactly the same. And that brings me to my plan for the holidays. I've been saying for a year now that I need to lose 8 pounds to be happy, to be back at my happy place. And it's just not working. I don't know what the deal is. I'm just starting to think that maybe this is where my body wants to be. I don't know. I'm not going to stress about that now because my plan for the holidays is to maintain. That's what I want to do through the rest of November and December is just maintain. I don't want the holiday gain. I'm also not looking to hit it hard for a big loss. Come January, the maintain mentality will go away and we will go back into lose mode, loss mode, whatever you want to call it. So my plan for the holidays is to maintain. I've been doing this long enough. I think I can do that. I think I can be pretty mindful, but that's the plan. We'll see what happens. So I'm still going to weigh in every week. I'm just hoping for that maintain. And if I get a loss, so much better, but I'm not going to get upset over a maintain or a 0.2 gain and then a 0.2 loss, whatever. I'm at the point now where, years ago I probably would have not had this attitude, but now when you've been doing this long, it's kind of the attitude you have. And it's not a bad attitude, it's just a life attitude. So stayed the same, plan to maintain. That's the goal. So let's talk about this week's topic. How to take charge of unhelpful thoughts. And they say, after a setback, you can't always control what pops into your mind. Resist entering the chat and start a new conversation instead. Try this. Okay, we all have unhelpful thoughts. We all do. Everyone does. And if you say you don't, you're lying, because even the most positive person sometimes strays a little bit. And I'm not saying goes off the rail and strays or whatever. I'm just saying that, you get down on yourself sometimes, especially in a weight loss journey. In all aspects of our life, but especially in a weight loss journey. So what you need to do is you need to try to take those unhelpful thoughts and turn them around a little bit. And what WW says to do is identify an unhelpful thought. Pay attention when your brain starts telling you something that could derail you. For example, I ate all those cookies and now my week is ruined. Why even bother tracking? Well, definitely an unhelpful thought because we all have a bad day. But you can't let your bad day turn into a bad week. We'll even go further than that. We all have a bad meal or a bad snack. We do. It happens. We are not all eating perfectly all the time. But you can't let that bad meal turn into a bad day. You can't let that bad day turn into a bad week. You can't let that bad week turn into a bad month. Because you know what's going to happen? You're just going to say, forget it. And you're not even going to try. I've had days where a couple weeks ago, I made cookies. I ate like a dozen of them. Yeah. But guess what? I tracked them. I did not say, forget it. The day's ruined anyway. Let's go out and have, a whole pizza for dinner. Nope. I stopped what I was, my binge episode, and I just picked up right where I left off. I had my regular dinner. I didn't try to starve myself to make up for it. I had my regular dinner, and then the next day I just went on with it. It's how you react in the moment. It's our reaction to things, and I hear this all the time. Stress makes me eat. No, stress does not make you eat. Eating is your reaction to the stress. It's your reaction. There is no proven science that stress makes us eat. It is your reaction to that stress or to that sadness or to that situation. You need to learn to change the reaction, and getting rid of these thoughts will help that. We can justify it when we're under stress or when we're upset about something because, well, food makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. Yeah, it does for a minute maybe. We all have feelings of euphoria when we eat that delicious bite of ice cream or that delicious cookie or whatever it is that you love. But what happens when we're done eating all the good things that we think are going to make us feel better or less stressed or whatever, then we have more stress because we just ate our face off. So you need to change that reaction. It is not easy, and I'm not saying that it is easy. It is not easy. It's a work in progress. You just need to try to find something. Take a walk. Stand up and exercise at your desk if you're at work. Read your Bible if that is something that gives you comfort. Call a friend, text your buddy, something. Try something, because it's only going to turn to unhealthy thoughts. Then they say, commit to act. Decide what actions you'll take based on your goals, not what that one single thought dictates. I don't have to quit. I'll make and track a low points dinner tonight and lean on my weeklies. Just like I said, I don't read this before I do it. And yes, you do hear a little voice in the background. He just walked in, so it's gonna be a little bit noisy the rest of the video because I got a late start this morning. Doug was supposed to take him out to let the chickens out, but I think he forgot him. Oh, no, there he is. Anyway. It's always chaos in my house, my friends. Always. It is real life around here, so I apologize. So, just like I said, just stop that bad thought. Stop that bad action. I know it's not easy. I know, because you're shoveling those cookies in your mouth and they taste delicious. But stop and think. Did you really taste those last 6, 7, 8 cookies that you put in your mouth? Probably not. It's always that first 1 or 2 that tastes the best. So stop, think, and breathe. And then if you decide, heck yeah, I want more cookies, eat 1 more. And then stop, think, and breathe again. And the more you think about it, the more you make it mindful, trust me, you're going to stop. You are. So let's... I'm going up. So sorry. So let's dive a little deeper. Ever try to quietly evict? It's okay. Hold on. I am so sorry, my friends. I know. This is why I do not do YouTube full time. I am not a professional YouTuber because my life is insane. Anyway, let's see if we can get through this. Let's dive a little deeper. Ever try to quietly evict unhelpful thoughts from your brain? Yeah, it doesn't always work. Especially during the holidays when more of those unwelcome guests, meaning your thoughts, might move in thanks to added stress, or when you, say, eat more than you intended at an office party. What does work? Accepting them merely as thoughts, not true statements, then taking back some power by inviting in other action-oriented thoughts. I love that. Sometimes we have the thoughts, okay, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving. It's 1 day a year. I'm going to be with my family. I am going to eat my face off. because I only get X dish once a year. I only get to see Aunt so-and-so once a year. So I'm going to do what I want, and Weight Watchers be damned. Not the best thought. You can still have thoughts, but change them a little bit. Change them to, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, I only get like my stuffing once a year. I cannot wait to eat it. I am going to measure out the appropriate amount to eat, and I am going to savor every bite. I am not going to shovel it in. I am going to put a bite in my mouth, and I am going to feel it. I am going to taste it. I am going to smell it. I am going to enjoy it. I'm going to put my fork down. Then I'll pick my fork back up, and I'll have my second bite. See the difference there? Or it is a food-related holiday, so I'm just going to go for it. Why does it have to be a food-related holiday? Why? Why can't it be a friends, family, and fellowship-related holiday? Remember last week we talked about the F word? I only get to see Aunt so-and-so once a year. Well, you know what? Maybe sit and talk to Aunt so-and-so for 20 minutes and not hang out at the dessert table, just mindlessly eating. These are the little things. Guys, I know it's not easy. It's all the food. It is a food holiday. It's based on abundance and thankfulness. It is. But that's just not a passport to just go crazy. It's not, you don't have carte blanche to eat your face off. Because number one, what's that going to do for you? Number one, it's going to make you not feel good. Number two, it's going to give you worse thoughts because now you feel guilty for doing it. You're not going to want to face the scale. That right there is the worst thing you can do. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let me just finish off this thought. But yes, enjoy the food. But enjoy the other things as well. Make the food secondary. Make it secondary. Stop and think what you are thankful for, and stop and think about the people who don't have as much to be thankful for. And, you know, I don't know. That's what works for me. I work on savoring the things, enjoying every bite, but reeling it in. You know, I'm not going to hang out at the appetizer table. I'm going to have a little something and then go mingle. I'm going to keep a glass of water or unsweetened tea or something in my hand so it's harder to eat. I'm going to grab a baby. We have babies in our family. I'm going to grab a baby and I'm going to hold that baby. And then I can't eat. It's little things like that. And I know they're just mind tricks. I know that. But guess what? Sometimes those little mind tricks work. They really, really do. So keep your hands full. Socialize, talk, things like that. Get the bad thoughts out of your mind. Don't go to dinner tomorrow thinking, it's Thanksgiving, I'm eating my face off. It's not going to do you any good, my friends. That is going to do you no good. So it says this approach is critical on a weight loss journey because what you think often drives what you do. How many times has WW said that? And if you have stinking thinking, you're going to do the stinking stuff. Have good thinking. Go into that Thanksgiving dinner. Go into that office party. Go into that celebration with the attitude that I am going to stay in control. I am going to have such a good time. I am going to see people I haven't seen. I am going to socialize. I'm going to eat and I'm going to enjoy every bite, but I'm not going to eat my face off. If you go in with the attitude, oh, I know I'm going to do horrible. Oh my gosh, you know, so-and-so's making her pecan pie and so-and-so's making this and so-and-so's making, I'm just going to eat my face off. I know I'm not going to be able to control myself. You can control yourself. You can. You can. Just because it's there, you don't have to eat all of it. So if thoughts of failure or quitting go unchecked, you could find yourself doing just that. You need to check those thoughts. No stinking thinking. But when you separate yourself from what your brain is saying, you have space to consider the facts and the alternatives, like the fact that setbacks and fresh starts are normal. So yes, if you do go off the rails, friends, try not to, because it's just going to make you feel worse. But if you do go off the rails at Thanksgiving or at a party or at a celebration, reel it in that same day if possible. You know, if it's an afternoon party and you went way off the rails at, like, say, lunchtime at your work luncheon or whatever, don't let that set the tone for the day. Have a nice, healthy dinner. Maybe instead of having the big, 10-ounce ribeye, just have a nice salad, because you're more than likely you're still full from the binge you had at lunchtime. Don't let it control the rest of your day. Don't let it live rent-free in your head. Don't let the bad thoughts live rent-free in your head. Evict them. Not easy, but you can do it. My friends, you are all so strong. You give me so much encouragement and just so much. Everything. Give it to yourselves now too, because you can do it. I am here for you. I will give it to you 20,000 times. Am I perfect? Heck to the no. Nope. But using all these little tools that WW gives us, that my nutritionist gives us and all that, we can do it. We're not perfect, but we can do it. Don't worry if this shift doesn't happen overnight. This type of mindfulness can feel hard or strange at first, and so many of our thoughts are automatic. Be patient and explore this technique at your own pace as you navigate what can be a tricky time of year, so you can finish 2022 stronger than ever. Yep. So if tomorrow or whenever you have not the ideal day, don't dwell on it, and don't let it set the course for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the rest of the month, the rest of the season. You can do it. You can, and we're going to do it strong. And maybe think about doing what I'm doing and just worrying about maintain. Switch your app over to maintain. Get a few extra points. See how that works for you. It's a stressful time of year. You don't need to add more stress on top of it. So think about what you want to do. Think about how you want to approach it. Write it down and look at it often. Put it on your refrigerator. Think about it. Think about it often. You got this. You got this. We are going to make it through these holidays, my friends. We are, and we're going to do it together. So that is all I have to say about that. I hear that my chicken crew is back in the house, so I need to go before it gets crazy again. And once again, I do apologize for the craziness that is my channel sometimes, but like I said, it's real life. I don't have a studio. I don't have a sound room, and I don't edit much. So is what it is, my friends. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. I know I am thankful for all of you, and I am so blessed to have all of you in my life. I appreciate you, and we can do this together, because I need you, you need me. We got this, my friends. I'm going to pop up a video or two over here so you can enjoy it. Not sure what the rest of my schedule is going to be this week. Hoping to film a little bit of Thanksgiving prep of our day tomorrow. We have a super duper busy day today doing some prep, and we have a super duper busy day tomorrow. All of us are going in different directions. It's going to be crazy. So I will talk to you in my next video.